Hello, I'm Riley Sager, and we are here at NBA Summer League. I'm joined by two incredible and amazing performers and guests, Tati and Liv Harness. Welcome on, guys.
Thank you. I'm excited to be on here.
I'm excited to have you. Now, there was a performance down Thomas and Mack Arena. Quite the performance, I must say. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, no, I had a lot of fun. It was amazing. I did really well, and I really don't get any nerves or anything. I just get really excited because I just feel like I'm just built for the big stages. And I know that I was here last year and was able to perform also at halftime. But this felt different. I was really, really excited to do it, and it was amazing. A big crowd, too.
Mm-hmm. Now, in case you missed it, she did some incredible basketball techniques and tricks that my mind was spinning. I don't know how you did that. What kind of preparation goes into it?
Just training every day for it. Obviously, just basketball working since I'm a hooper. Basketball work, and then afterwards, all my tricks and everything that I do. Just practice makes perfect. So practicing every day.
It certainly does, and we saw that down on the floor. Now, Tati, you're 3 years older, right?
Yes, 3 years older.
Now, what's it like seeing your little sister down there and filming her yourself, just watching her grow into something that she can be proud of, all the hard work she's put into that performance?
Yeah, Liv is extremely talented in anything she does in the basketball world. So I'm always proud of her. She puts in a lot of time at home, and I know I watch her put in the time, and I also put in the time with her as well. And so being able to see her succeed makes me happy. And then I just know, if she's succeeding, she'll be able to fulfill her goals and her dreams, which makes me happy.
That's amazing. And we can certainly tell by the way you guys interact with each other on and off the court. But how did you get involved in basketball?
Yeah, so for me, I started basketball in the 3rd grade. I started playing because my friends wanted me to play. It was rec ball, and so I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. And then by my 5th grade year, because I played rec ball my 4th grade year as well, I fell in love with the game. I'm like, oh, I would definitely want to do this. And so since then, it's just been sky high for me. I haven't wanted to stop. And by my 4th grade year, Liv decided to pick up the basketball also, and she hasn't stopped since. And so it just brings back a lot of memories, too, because 4th grade year especially, we had a hoop in our driveway back at home, and we would be out there 24/7. And if it got dark outside, we'd go into the garage, work on our dribbling. It was always together and with my dad as well. He's been a huge part of our journey. And so ever since then, I think just haven't stopped, and we want to keep going and get to the next level.
That sounds like me and my brother. We were very competitive, but loved basketball and just, the late nights in the driveway. So watching her play basketball, you were still young. Did she impact your, love for basketball?
Yeah, no, she really did. I don't think I'd be playing basketball if it wasn't for Tati, my older sister. She has really impacted me. When I see her working, then I want to work. It's always a competition. Always a competition.
Friendly competition.
Yes,
right.
Friendly competition. So when she's working, I gotta get that exact same working or more, which leads it to we get working together. So it's amazing.
It's a win-win, you guys are competing. It's fun to compete, of course, but then you're also bettering each other. Now, I hear you have a podcast, a basketball podcast. Now, tell everyone about that.
Yeah, so it's actually it's a funny and long story. So it was 3 years ago I started my podcast. I was playing in a basketball game, and it was right before COVID hit. And so I was playing, and then I came down and I fell, and I had landed like this. And so I double fractured my left wrist, which was terrible. And at the time, COVID had just started, and so the pandemic was everything was just starting to shut down. So I'm sitting in the house and it's like, oh my God, there's nothing to do. What are we gonna do? And I've always followed basketball my whole life, women's basketball, NBA, sports just in general. So my dad, he brought up to me, he's like, well, I mean, you love sports, you're a good speaker, why don't you try and start a podcast? And so him and I, we started it together, and then I'm 130 episodes in right now, which is crazy.
Gosh.
I know.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And so by episode, I think 80, my dad's like, okay, we're really far into this now. I think you should start doing it yourself. And so since my dad has came off the podcast, I started getting guests on, which has been really amazing, hearing different players' stories. So for me, I have college women's basketball players on, and so I ask them questions about their journey, how they get to where they were, and then I'm soon to have some WNBA legends on
Oh my
also.
gosh.
Yeah, that's coming up soon, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But my podcast is just my name, the Tatiana Harness Podcast. You can find it on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, basically anywhere you listen to music as well. So
That's incredible. It really is a family effort. Your dad helping out. I mean, you are accomplishing so much. You're only 15, and just putting in the work, even though it's not basketball, it's related to basketball. It may not be physically, but you're still doing the research, getting your guests on the podcast. So congratulations, 130 episodes. Wow.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and Liv, do you help out with this at all?
Well, I have actually been on a couple of Tati's podcasts, and those are really, really funny. Most of the time, it's Tati, myself, and then my dad. And it's really funny. It always turns into a friendly competition just at the bottom of it. But it's just really fun because she's also able to ask me a couple questions. I ask her almost like the same question. But it's really, really fun.
Yeah, you guys have an amazing connection. Certainly that family bond is strong. In basketball, it's just something that ties you together, right?
Yeah, definitely. And speaking of which, our whole family is involved with basketball. I have obviously my younger sister Liv. I have another younger sister, Lily. She's 7, and then my mom. And so, for example, we just got back from Chicago for Nike Nationals, which we both just finished playing in. I was playing EYBL. Liv was playing in the TOC. But my parents decided to make it a road trip, so we started in California, made our way all the way to Chicago, and are back. And we've been traveling since June 23rd. So
oh my gosh, you guys have been on the road for a while.
Definitely, we've definitely grown closer as a family. I would say so.
We love it though. It's really good. We always make it like a friendly road trip, like Tati said. It's really amazing just being able to bond with each other and everything that's happened in our life, which has been really crazy. Not knowing what's gonna happen next, but
for sure.
We haven't really been able to settle down just as a full family and just take a breath and think of everything that's actually happening. So the car ride or the road trip was a really good idea for us to be able to talk and bond together.
Wow, I mean, I'm sure you've visited a lot of places, but how's Las Vegas? Do you like it?
Oh, I love Vegas. I think the environment is just crazy, and also having WNBA All-Star here in the same weekend. We were just at WNBA Live earlier today, and it's so cool seeing all the players and everything, but the Las Vegas vibe is just completely different than any other place.
Yeah, it really is.
There certainly is a lot of energy. Now, do you guys have a favorite WNBA player?
I'm going first.
Okay.
Yes. I have a favorite WNBA player. Her name's Kelsey Plum, and same with Tati, so that's why I'm saying it first. But Kelsey Plum, she's an amazing point guard, shooting guard. She can really play any position you ask her to play, she can play. She's fast, she's small, and that's why we look up to her, and she's amazing.
And her mentality, too.
Her dog mentality, yeah.
So, and then also for me, Kelsey Plum's my favorite player, but just to go different than Liv, Arike Agumbawale from the Dallas Wings, she's outstanding. We got to get a picture with her earlier today, which was so cool.
Oh my gosh, you did?
Yeah, that was amazing. But she is going to be a superstar. She already is now, but she's going to be an amazing one soon.
Yeah, it's crazy how you can just tell the talent that's down the road. And I can see it for you too. I mean, the way you guys interact and the way you prepare for things, whether it's basketball, podcasts, or just, family time, you guys do have something special, and I'm excited to see what's in store. So thank you guys for coming on today's podcast.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Yes, we're here in Las Vegas at NBA Summer League. I'm Riley Sager.